I fell in love with the love of my life, a farm boy, good, kind. He was such a good person, and we married and started a family. And as we had children, the goodness of him really came out, because I am way more tense about things. He was the one that would spend all Saturday fixing bicycle tires. He was the one that helped with the homework. He was the one that took splinters out of their hands, because he was just so patient, and he was just a good balance for me. And we had a good life. We had a lot of children. We had 8 children. I would be inside cooking, and he was outside playing basketball with the kids, and he wouldn't miss their games, and you could hear his voice over everyone else's at the games. So our life was good. I noticed some things started to change with him, and he had gotten a pretty responsible position in his job, and I thought it was the stress, because there was a great deal of stress. They were cutting down people, and you were giving him more to do, and he was responsible for a lot of really important things going on. And so for a couple of years, I just kind of thought, that was the issue, and it may have been the underlying issue, but for 6 years, I kept seeing a steady something changing in him, and I did not know what it was. Well, it came down to the point where I said, something's wrong here, and he finally confessed that he was addicted to pornography. After I found out, we went to counseling. We would fly to Dallas and go see, we did everything, but it just wasn't getting any better. There were times when I was around him that I felt very much in danger. He said, I have thoughts of raping and killing you. He was crying, and he said, so many times I wanted to tell you, so many times I wanted to get rid of this, and I can't. And this is a man that had, in his younger years, smoked and drank and gave it up in one day. Just stopped. So he had a strong will. But this, he could not rid himself of. To realize what a good man he was, and then to lose himself to where he had no control. This thing had all power over him. And I cannot even begin to know what he was living with. But he finally took his life. It was pornography. It was the only thing. And this man was strong. Anytime free speech has the power to destroy people, families, children, it's not free anymore. It's not free speech. Just like we can have handguns, but we don't hand them to our children. In the next generation, the lawmakers are going to look back, and they're going to see the destruction that has happened, because it has not been a priority. And it's sad, but I think they're going to look back, and then they're going to see why. It's like a fire burning that you haven't seen yet, and it is just spreading, and it's low. And pretty soon nobody is going to be able to deny that it's there. But right now, if you don't see it and you're not physically around it, then it's just another issue, I would think. But it's going to affect everyone at some point. Our whole society is going to feel it. We're going to write history one way or the other. We're either going to hopefully be able to put a big block on its pervasive power, or we're not, and we're going to see what happens in that. I can't even fathom what that is like. But it's a freedom, and we justify it because it's part of our society. It doesn't hurt anyone, right? It's a justification. But it does hurt. And I've got 8 children that will tell you that it hurts, even though they've never been abused. They saw it destroy their father.